call it a game.
Slayers gives the gamer full control of a human being in full-scale combat.
But the players are real.
Every one of our Slayers is a death row inmate. Stay alive for 30 sessions, you get set free. That's not a bad deal.
What the fuck, man? Why would you take me to a movie like this and not give me all kinds of fucking drugs to enjoy it, huh? What the fuck?
Well, we didn't take you to it as much as we dragged you to it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Not
you know,
having any legs, you didn't have much choice.
Drag.
yeah, you know how they were controlling people in this movie? We controlled you, made you go to the movie with us.
That makes a lot more sense. What the
So you
hell?
just get to keep your dignity somewhat.
Dignity.
Man, so we're talking about Gamer, y'all, and we're talking about Gamer, y'all.
What the hell was that?
all right, Bootsy.
Yeah, you got mad at me for calling it gay.
But yeah, this is the movie about them Crank Boys.
Yeah, this is the Mark Neville Dean and someone Taylor. I forget the other guy's
Brian
first name.
Taylor.
Bullshit
Yeah.
Taylor? What? Oh, sorry.
I like these guys a lot. I like what they're doing. They're honestly doing something new. If only the story was new here, because it certainly isn't a new story.
Wait,
at
whoa,
all.
whoa. That's an insult to stories. As there was none in this.
Well, no, it's the Running Man crossed with
Death Race?
No, like something that people get from playing Halo all the time. I don't know.
Tron?
Carpal tunnel syndrome?
No, but the point of this thing isn't the story, though. I mean, who cares about the story in this movie? And honestly, the biggest
Apparently, the directors and writers
well, the
didn't.
biggest fault of this movie is only those times when they start telling the story, because the rest of the movie's great.
Well, that's the deal with these guys. Okay, these are the guys that did Crank 1 and 2, wrote it, and they wrote and directed this. Now, these guys are fine when they take LSD and speed and just try to film anything that's fucking crazy, but when they try to tell a story,
I think it's just because the story is dull here. In Crank and Crank 2, the story is just as wild and crazy and exploitationist as the way it's filmed. And here, they're actually trying to, like, look, this is serious with the story. You're like, I don't give a shit. This is dumb. You're stealing this from other people. We've seen it a billion times already. Let's get back to the totally exploitation wackiness. And 90% of the film is that.
Yeah.
It just every once in a while, you're like, okay, can we get past the whole, like, yes, he loves his wife, please, let's move on.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's for me, like, you know, like the whole lack of story kept me from being engaged at all. But that other 90% you're talking about, that's just action. It was just like, I don't know, just repetitive. I one action thing after the next, and I couldn't have been more bored. I mean, I know you make fun of me for falling asleep. You can do that this time. I don't give a shit.
How the hell do you fall asleep in a film like this? This movie was nothing but explosions and fucking crazy ass camera shots that would fight. It's like somebody threw a camera in a toilet and flushed it, and it's just a bunch of crazy shit flying around. And I'm like, whoa, hold on.
And they pour Kool-Aid in that toilet before they put the camera in there.
Exactly.
By the way, let me scratch that. It's like someone shit multicolored diarrhea and then threw the camera in the toilet. And then flushed it.
I know.
Yes,
You still running with that joke?
Let me
Come on.
see. Now, hold on. You know, it's late. It takes time to think these things out. I ain't gonna waste it though. If I think of it, I'm gonna put it out there.
You can't waste time, just like this movie. You got to hurry up. Come on, Corey.
Well, now see, the complaint about this being the Running Man and any other story where it's the future, like Death Race, and human lives mean nothing now because we just want to be entertained so much and we want to take it up to the next level. That didn't really bother me too much because these things get updated all the time, and this was a way that they wanted to update it for this short attention span video game culture that we have going on, and that's what the movie is, and so. It's the near future. It's sometime far away from this exact moment. That's where the movie opens up. Right. You know, it's always in the future for this kind of shit.
Well, it doesn't even say in the future. It just says years from this moment.
In fact, when we finish this review, it's going to be happening. Tomorrow we're going to wake up and we're going to have this future right there. No. So in the movie, now, there's been a technology developed, these little nanobots or whatever, where you can insert them into people's brains.
Yeah.
And then they tap on and capture your brain cells and duplicate, and whoever wants to control you, they can make you do anything that they want you to do.
Yeah, carefully filtered, of course, through a server of a giant corporation run by Dexter.
Yeah, run by Dexter. Michael C. Hall plays the guy King Castle. He's the one that became a billionaire because he's the one that founded this technology. And at first it's used innocently. They use it like The Sims.
Yeah. Well, it's like a Second Life, really.
Yeah,
it's
Second
like
Life.
where
Yeah.
you have an avatar and you hang out with other avatars and you have sex or you dance in a corner. Or you're, hey, look at me! But they're all real people that you're controlling.
If you're fat and eat Cheetos, I think you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
but people who are poor go, okay, you can pay me for a certain amount of time, and I'll let you do this to me because I need money. I'm desperate.
And then they get to dress you up in all kind of gay, fluorescent, Oompa Loompa looking clothes, and then have you walk around doing crazy shit.
Hey, dudes, what are yous up to? Nothing. Look at me dance. Woo!
Yeah,
But you know what? There's some realism here because there's a few scenes where you just see these chicks just take off their tops like constantly, and I was thinking, yeah, that's exactly what I'd do the whole time. I'd have them take off their tops, bend over, and do a little jig while they're doing it.
Yeah, that's all they do. I mean, yeah,
That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's about sex ultimately. That
But
whole thing.
the thing is, it's like these people. They do everything but have sex because they keep their
Yeah,
clothes on,
I know.
and they
No,
just
they
and they
have
just
sex.
no, they just rub on each other.
They have sex. There's scenes where they're having
They
sex.
wear like these rubber pants and have simulated sex, but it's not full on hardcore penetration. The kind that I pay for. Fuck that.
It's like Grand Theft Auto when you have sex with a hooker, but you're just in a car and it
Yeah,
rocks
you
back
know
and
you're
forth.
having sex with her. You're just not allowed to see it.
Yeah,
You're
you
made
don't
from
see it. You
pixels.
just you're making the sound. No, it's kind of like when dogs start fucking furniture and all kind of stuff, and you hit them and they just go all fucking air and shit. I mean, that's what these people like. That's what that's like. Believe
Wow.
me, I had it done to me when I was a kid. Of course, stop fucking the couch. I go all
You
fucking
sound
air.
like a dirty Bill Cosby. I don't know.
Is that how you moved on to the vacuum?
Yeah, that was before the vacuum cleaner. They wouldn't let me home furniture anymore. but no, so it was only a matter of time before this technology was going to be used for something deadly and dangerous, and so so they bumped it up to actually using death row inmates. Because the death row inmates.
Who else you gonna
they-
use?
Yeah, they got it coming, right? If they kill each other.
The homeless.
But yeah, so they got these people in there, death row inmates, and what happens now is that they take some like 14-year-old kid
Or whoever can pay to
or
control
whoever
one.
can pay, and then they let them control these prisoners and have them just go into a field and shoot each other in a simulation that resembles a video game. You got save points, you got destination points.
I mean, the biggest problem there, of course, like in a video game, you get hit a lot. I mean, even if you're good, you get hit a lot. Whereas you get hit once, it's pretty much over, and anything vaguely resembling real life.
Well, and
you
for a
know.
little while, you can still get up because there were people who on fire,
Yeah.
and they're screaming like ah, and the controller, like whoever controller them, just makes them stand up and start shooting and
What
running
would-
again.
What would be funny is if you were doing that. You know, you're like, I'm dead anyway, so he starts dancing and just, you know,
Yeah, he's on fire.
he's all break dancing on fire. Woo!
It's funny, man. The guys out there break dance, somebody's on fire. God help me, please.
You catch the joke early on where the guy teabagged the dead guy after he shot him, because that's a big thing in online gaming. Is like, you know, you do that and you like kneel over the guy, like go up and down, like teabag him. And so they had one
Did they
of the
do that in
guys
this?
really early on and shot this guy, and he ran up, and you hear the other guy go, "Oh, you teabagged him, dude!"
Did games become gay?
Well, see, that was one of the things, like one of my many strikes against this movie is like, okay, this movie's all a big video game, except to me, the game itself is not anywhere near as good as most of the games that are out right now. For this to be the future where games would be better, I thought it was kind of a lame game.
I don't know. They're full body control of like a guy. I mean, there's no controlling characters like that. Plus, that looks just like real life. I mean, I can't think of any games that are that cool.
The problem I had with this is that they still couldn't find a decent graphics card because every time they went to the point of view of the guy killing, it's nothing but static and like I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's like I like the manic,
This is the future, right?
I like the manic style of the film, but it made no sense.
Not at all. No.
For it to be like coming in and out. Yeah, we know
Yeah.
it's a computer.
Yeah,
game.
how can you
Stop
aim
having
and
the
shoot somebody
interference.
when it's just snow all the time?
Yeah.
It's like you get ready to shoot somebody. God damn it!
That's what you get for buying Xbox.
Well, plus, this is one more movie that's like preaching to the audience, like, you people are sick that you like to play video games. Look at what how much you value entertainment, that you would actually kill people.
You
It's like,
are the
that's not us
entertainment.
doing this. That's just you
I
doing this.
didn't think they were trying to say that.
They were
say.
totally doing
I
it.
There was
they
a
were
whole
saying,
scene where they said
I
that.
don't think they were saying just because you like video games. You're
No,
sick.
no, what they're
Even
saying
the
is-
good guys liked playing video games.
But they're
you
saying
know?
like, oh, this is how you treasure your entertainment. You are on the verge of being at that point where you will pay just to see people die.
It's such a small portion of what this even is. I mean, honestly, this is like a art action film, and that's what they're trying to do. Like saying, look, we're taking the action film because honestly, dumb action film do you care about the plot? Does it matter? No, you just want to see some cool action. And they're mixing that with Japanese cinema from the 80s, like weird stuff like Tetsuo the Iron Man. And on that level, if you like that type of manic filmmaking, and I do, then it really works most of the time. It's not as good as the Crank movies, as I said, because, yeah, the story is just lame.
Yeah.
But it's fun to watch play out anyway.
Well, these guys are trying to make a point here. They're talking about not only how we view violence, but also just the overindulgence of society. And sometimes that works to their benefit because they are so manic with their filmmaking. But at other times, it's just kind of like, y'all just don't know what else to do. Because if the movie just kept that one tone, I'd be fine with it. But there are moments when it's trying to get serious.
Yeah.
So you got Gerard Butler. When they don't know what else to do, they just flash titties. Because they had Gerard Butler, he'd be like, I've got to find my wife. Titties! Come up on the screen. He's like, my daughter, ass!
Isn't this usually what you ask for from a film, though, Corey? You're like, when it gets slow, it just needs boobs.
See, that's my problem. There was too much seriousness in this. Not enough tits and ass.
Well, they try to make that point, like, look, here's a man who just wants to find his family, but you keep shoving tits and ass in his face. Could you stop? Society, please.
Like, it is a guilty pleasure film.
No, I mean, it totally is. It's an exploitation film.
It is.
And
it is exploitation film because there were moments where I was like, man, this is just an excuse for them to just like film just a big strip club, just to have strippers come on the set and just take the tops off. But then when they did it, I was like, but you know what? I kind of like that.
It's not as simple as just filming that. Anybody can take a camera and film a couple girls with their shirts off, but that's not what they were doing. They were going crazy. They had the camera zooming in and out. They were using lights and colors effectively. They were doing neat visual stuff.
Well, it was almost like there were times when they were almost like behind